Welcome back to our palette cleanser video number 2. This is where we clear out all the negative energy that we just watched in video number 1. Royal family has been busy, as they usually are. Let's jump in and cover it, shall we? Let's go. We're going to start with Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales, who held a Christmas Carol service brainstorming session at Windsor Castle. This was her second official meeting as she's slowly doing her return to work. This took place on the 24th because now we are going to have the Christmas Carol service, now the annual Christmas Carol service, and it will be held at Westminster Abbey. This is the 4th year the service has been held, and it will be televised on Christmas Eve as Royal Carols Together at Christmas on ITV. As usual, members of the royal family and members of the Middleton family will be joining in, they're saying, in the festivities. And of course, it's also being reported, like we didn't know this already, that this year's event is going to have extra added emotional resonance since we know about Catherine's recent health battle and her major abdominal surgery and her cancer treatment and her preventative chemotherapy and everything that she's been through. I think it's fabulous that she's going back to work, and I'm glad they're having the concert. They're saying that this is happening, by the way, because Catherine is determined to return to normalcy. Good for her. Let's move on. Let's move on now to Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, secret weapon Sophie, who went to Main Chance Sanctuary, which is a horse rescue charity. The chicken that she's holding is a rescue chicken by the name of Stumpy. No, I'm not misreading that. And I got to be honest, Sophie looks like she's just having the best time while she was there. She had a group with her of Community Team Initiative Young Onset Dementia. They were with her as well. And this apparently is a big enclosure where you can go in and hold the chickens. She then went on to meet some of the horses. She got to feed one of the horses alongside some students that were completing their Duke of Edinburgh awards. I think that's lovely. And she also got to help weigh Shetland ponies. Looks so much fun. Earlier on in the day before she went there, Sophie went to the Hale Youth and Community Center and was seen there. One of the first things she did when she got there was she planted some bulbs to mark her visit before she went inside. We know that Sophie doesn't mind getting her hands dirty. Oh, I just love her. And I even love her outfit. There's just nothing about her that I don't like, but you guys already know that. Now, when that was over, she went inside. She played with some of the children. She chatted them up. She's such a natural with the kids. We already know that. And then there was a little bit of a reception and, she had some tea while she was there and played with the kids. I know that she cannot wait. Okay, her children are young, but I know she can't wait to be a grandparent. You can just tell, especially when they're playing with other people's children. Love it. All right. Then she went on to her next stop. The next stop was at the Visit to Parity for Disability. And one of the things she looked at was a model of Buckingham Palace that was made out of noodles. While Sophie was there, she learned about a new system called eye gaze. What it is a computer system that the students use to talk. So they gaze at the letters or the words on the screen, and then the people are able to talk with that. That's really cool, I think. Apparently, she tried out the eye gaze system and it didn't work out so well. And she had some of the kids absolutely laughing at her because I don't even know what she tried to say. She joined some of the students. They decorated cakes. She stopped off at the accessible bike unit. She visited the garden club. She did all, kinds of really cool stuff. I want to add that the article specifically says that there's one young man who found his eye gaze system a new lifeline because now he can really use it to communicate, whereas before he literally couldn't make himself understood. So I love all this new technology that's coming out. I just think it's fabulous. She's such a natural with this, She does it because she loves it. Anyway, she went on to a community center where she showed her competitive side because she played a game called Rummy Cube with some of the people that were there. Apparently, she was really good at the game. Also, while she was there, she met some royal fans. She helped some children with some arts and crafts projects. She even picked up a paintbrush at one point. Of course, they gifted her with a beautiful bouquet of flowers. She signed a visitor book, which I think they pretty much do at every stop. And then she went outside where there were lines of people waiting to meet her and children. And as I just said, she's a real natural. These kids just want it. They just cling to her. She doesn't grab them and they just kind of stand there. These kids were hugging her back. I just love this kind of stuff. For me, all of her recent work within the family shows that her status and Edward's status has been elevated, and the two of them are helping to fill the gaps. And I think that's just wonderful. They should be elevated. They've been really good with everybody. A big thank you to Remoulade Sauce for showing us everything she was wearing, including a little something special, a special bracelet that they've seen on her before that nobody could identify. Next up, we have Princess Anne, who did investitures, and the first one she did was Anita Neal from Wellingborough. She was made a member of the Order of the British Empire. This was in recognition of services to athletics. Next up, we have Sir Alan Bates, who is founder for the Justice for Sub-Postmasters Alliance. It's being reported he was a leading campaigner for sub-postmasters in the IT scandal. We also have author Monica Alley for services to literature and Lunica Burns for services to theater. And finally, jeweler, performing artist, and sculptor Andrew Logan, who gave the Princess Royal a gift while she made him a member of the Order of the British Empire. Now we're going to stick with Princess Anne because on the 24th, she visited the Stirling branch of Hugh Black and Sons, which is one of Scotland's most celebrated independent butchers. And the visit was marking where they had grown from a single retailer unit in 1987 to over 13 shops, a cutting plant, and a factory that employs over 150 local people. And because Anne is patron of the Scottish Chefs Club, which is run by Quality Meat Scotland, she went to tour the premises. Princess Anne highlighted their commitment to Scottish farming and their links to local auction markets, and of course, unveiled a fabulous plaque. And finally, Queen Camilla's son from her first marriage, Tom Parker Bowles, said that King Charles is a grand and tough man amid his ongoing cancer treatment and says he tries to stay out of the Harry and William feud. He also said that his mother is tough and can handle anything that comes her way, and that he feels that the king's treatment is going well and that his mother can handle whatever comes her way. I gotta be honest, after everything she's been through, I completely agree with that. And finally, we're finishing up with this. This is really cool. A 100-year-old Victorian fountain that was originally installed to give people drinking water rather than beer was brought back into use for visitors for Kensington High Street. So they refurbished this fountain. It's called the Temperance Fountain. It was unveiled on Monday the 23rd by the Duke of Gloucester. Don't forget that he is the patron of the Heritage of London Trust. The fountain was damaged by lightning in 1897. A replacement was installed in 1900. And now this refurbishment, which includes the decorations, there was a cross and an inscription. It was all, put out there. I just think that's lovely. You guys know how much I love the history of that, and good for the Duke of Gloucester to reopen it. All right, you guys, you know what to do. Hit the like and the subscribe button. Don't forget to go down into the description box where you'll find the links to my Twitter, my Gettr, my Rumble, my email, my Patreon, which is currently paused, my Amazon wish list. And for those of you who've donated to my coffee fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.